Hi, I'm Matt Reiner, CEO of Wela, and I'm here to tell you why it makes sense to own your age, or as we call it, OYA. So it's a very simple concept. We look at our whole investment allocation, and then we determine how much do we allocate to income and growth. Some of us may not know what income is or what growth is, but just think of it as two simple buckets. In the income bucket, you have different types of bonds: corporate bonds, treasury bonds, high yield bonds. What those are is companies, they need to go build buildings and inventory, and what they want to do is they want to give you debt. Think of this as, instead of you having the mortgage, you are the bank in the mortgage, and they pay you an interest rate every time. That's what fills the income bucket. Then you go to the growth bucket, and this is what we all hear about on the news every day. Apple going up 2%, Google going up 3%. These are your stocks, and you can hold them in mutual funds, ETFs, or individual stocks, but that's what fills the growth bucket. They're a little bit more risky than bonds, but they provide a little bit more upside, which means appreciation, meaning your value goes higher tomorrow than it is today. So the concept behind OYA is saying, as we get older, we want to become more and more conservative, which means we want to move more and more of our assets into the income bucket. So the idea behind on your age, if you're 50 years old, we want to have 50% in the income bucket and 50% in the growth bucket. As we get older, we start moving that allocation to now 55 in that income bucket when we turn 55 and 45 in the growth bucket. And it gives you an easy way to think about how to allocate all of your investments, whether it's a Roth IRA, a traditional IRA, a joint account, a regular brokerage account, or even your 401k. You look at all of them combined and try to get this OIA allocation that makes sense for your age. Now remember, it's only a rule of thumb, so if you're more aggressive and you want to have a higher return, well, maybe you move those levers a little bit and put more in the growth bucket as opposed to the income bucket. And if you're more conservative and you want to take less risk, go more into the income bucket as a growth bucket, but start with OIA as your rule of thumb. It should help you with your allocation going forward. If you have any questions, don't forget, check us out at www.yourwela.com for more information on OIA.